That's a different filed. We just filed. All right, that's fun. Fun stuff. Okay, what should I do here? What did I do? Alrighty. Wait, I should do this so I can see the chat too. Well, I can't see it from over here. Okay. That'll do. I'll do. Let's see. That's interesting.
Just waiting for our first person to drop into chat, and then I'll kick it live.
I see 4 top messages. Okay. I think I see 4 people from the YouTube side of things because I'm watching the stream too.
Okay.
Oh, and you can hear you. It's not muted.
Oh, yeah. Neither of us are muted at the moment. All right, brother. We will go into the show.
Mm-hmm.
What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos, and I'm your host, Wolf. Wait, this is Wolf Brother Hop. You know what? We're going to start again. What is up, beautiful people? It's your host, Wolf Brother Mythos. This is Wolf Brother Hobbies. Welcome to the show tonight. It is a late show. I literally just walked in the door for playing a game, which we'll talk about in the hobby update. And yeah, we will. He's actually. So this has been kind of a. Has it been 2 weeks? 1 week? It's been a while. There's like 2 games that Rob has played in that he's going to be talking about. 2 games that I have played in, I'm going to talk about, and some upcoming games. Oh, also, I forgot to introduce. I'm all kinds of discombobulated tonight. Today is my incredibly talented and handsome host of the show, Brother Rob from the Miniatures Paintbrush.
What's up?
Linked down in the description below, where he always is. He is always listed. Blah, 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 blah.
All the things.
Believe it or not, I have taken my focus attention for my ADD today, but I'm still discombobulated. Oh, man. It has been a busy hobby week with both of us having played in multiple games and both of us doing in some hobby work. And you are literally putting paint to mini right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been working on, what you got for a poke chop, brother?
All right. So, hobby-wise, I have been working on my head takers. So, I have 6 head takers, and I have another one in the box. Like, I have another box set. So, this way I can have 3 units of head takers in case, I don't know.
Very
As soon as I learn how to play the game and I want options, I can definitely have options.
Or you could do one big brick of 6 and then a smaller squad of 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you played them recently? Like, you can use the squads of 3, but because they are still kind of squishy, I really like using the squads of 6. That way there's still quite a few amount of attacks by the time they get to their target.
Are you telling me I could buy more head takers and then have 2 squads of 6 or maybe 3 squads of 6?
You absolutely could. You absolutely could.
But in any case, yeah, so I'm going to have 3 units. I'm going to have 9 head takers. Let's just put it that way. I'll have 9 head takers just because of giggles and fun stuff. I really enjoyed painting the wolves. The wolves were really excited to paint up all brush. A tutorial going to be on the channel for that. And working really hard again, still trying to edit the wolf priest. I think the hardest part of editing the wolf priest is getting the exact colors you used and then getting the percentage of colors in which you mixed. When I'll just throw stuff on my palette and start just little this, a little that, put it in between, and just throw that on there. And to explain that and to actually write down the colors, it's been really difficult to backtrack and say, okay, I use this, and then what's the percentage of that paint on my brush to this paint on my brush, and what I'm gathering from different paints. So still working on that. Also going to do final pictures for the Wolf Priest, so a video should be out soon. And I am going to be editing and interviewing Kenny Boucher from
Kenny Boucher, for those who don't know, where can you usually find Kenny Boucher?
Goodness gracious me. First something models. No, honestly.
Next level painting.
What is
Sorry,
it?
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. My bad.
Yeah. He is the yo-doggiest of all the yo-dogs. Let's just put it that way.
There's his YouTube channel. If anyone would like the link, I'm putting it up. And actually, I sound like one of those guys. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw it normally in our description, which, by the way, like I said, I just walked in the door.
Next level painting. That's it. Next level painting.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for the brain fart.
It's all good. I'm going to put it normally. I haven't updated the description Normally, I have the description ready to go with our channels of the week. And I'm going to go ahead and edit that in right now. Apparently, I can't talk and type at the same time. All right, so now that is our channel of the week, which I'm plugging, so that way you guys will have access to the channel to check opportunity to check it out before Brother Rob does his exclusive interview with Kenny Boucher, host of Next Level Painting. And yeah, check that out.
It's part of the Veterans of the Long War and Spiky Bits channel and all that.
So Veterans of the Long War is the podcast he has with Spiky Bits, and I know Spiky Bits is a bit of a Marmite name in the community. So Spiky Bits is Rob Bear, and he runs his channel, Spiky Bits, and also I guess he had a what do you call a blog, Warhammer blog for many years. I don't know if he's still blogging. But his channel is Spiky Bits, and then Kenny's got his channel, and then they overlap in a podcast for those who check out podcasts called Veterans of the Long War. I'm really excited to watch this interview, my brother. Like a lot of people, they idolize, the most, like the Golden Demon painters, which are very good, by the way. Like the Juan hit. I'm gonna mess up the name. Juan Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Juan Hidalgo and El Miniaturista, and those are fantastic painters. But like, as far as my favorite painting style, like for me, my favorite two are Kenny Boucher and, of course, Sam Lenz, which is another amazing, talented person.
He's a Golden Demon winner multiple times over.
True. But his painting style is definitely very different from those that are.
I gotta get him on the channel.
Are those that, when I think of like Juan Hidalgo and stuff like that, very like almost their painting style is almost like canvas painting on miniature, which is so impressive. But there's just something about that airbrush, like very vibrant poppy gradient style that Kenny has that makes him my favorite #1 painter of all time.
Yeah. Lance is crazy with a paintbrush, man. That dude.
Oh, Sam. Oh my gosh. The things that Sam can blend with the paintbrush. And then also he is just so precise. Like when you're watching him, he will do just like the quickest strokes, like a sketchbook artist doing their basic outline. Just, but he's like very fast and fluidly doing edge highlights in a way that, you can just like he just. I just watch him on when I watch him on Uncle Adam's channel. He just flicks his wrist a couple of times and it's perfect. And I'm just like, how? How? And then, meanwhile,
back at the Hall of Justice.
Some others of us, when we go to paint, we feel like one hand is a Magikarp and the other one's a Phoebus. They use splash and struggle. It was highly ineffective. But yes, so incredibly talented painter. I can't wait to watch your interview with him. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Mr. Fish, happy freaking Friday, brother. What a day to be an orc. We're definitely going to look at some of those pictures. By the way, today's pictures, when we look at the unboxing stream from Warhammer today, I didn't actually watch it myself, but the screen grabs were kindly provided to me by Mr. Fish. So yeah, we'll be looking at that here in a little bit. Big shout out to you, Brother Fish, and thank you so much. So,
thank you, Brother Fish.
You're painting up some head takers, which are going to be awesome.
working on shields currently.
And you've got you're working on your Wolf Priest
Video.
video.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the games you played this week.
All right. So I played a game with my 7-year-old daughter of Warhammer 40,000. And this is when she tells me what she wants to shoot at and playing Tau. And then I just say, okay, then roll these dice. And then she proceeded to whoop my butt.
Is that the videos, if I remember correctly? Is that the videos?
Some of well, there's one video that was kind of old, and then I started playing with my wife. I started setting up, and my wife was like, "Ooh, what you playing?" I was like, "Warhammer 40K." I was like, "Oh, can I jump in?" And she started playing too. So we're playing some old missions. We're revamping some missions from the Vigilance campaign, if you remember that one from 9th edition. And yeah, it's just some narrative stuff that we're going to put together, and we're having some fun with it. Somehow the Space Wolves have been successful now, but I sincerely doubt that the Space Wolves will continue to be successful. And the odds of the next challenge that I have, simply because the Tau has fortified an area. And they're very good at shooting. So,
Ooh, it looks like the Wolves are surrounded by some Tau firepower right now.
oh yeah. That was the last one. I actually won the match on that one because I survived. She encountered some bad rolling, and I kind of like edged out a victory out of that one. So I happened to survive that onslaught.
That is crazy.
See, I don't only paint these things, I actually use them in games sometimes. So,
there's a game associated with these things?
Yeah, you know? Yeah. So I have so many other factions, and I'm going to need to, I'm definitely going to need to paint up some more factions so this way I can play some more games.
And this is a different game, right? Is this the one with your daughter who's
that one's just set up downstairs, and the Tau had fortified that area.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wow, it's like very fortified.
Yes, very fortified. But I do have I'm bringing a Night Titan, so
I haven't seen the shield wall in a hot minute.
Yeah, man. It's not about competitive play in my house. It's about just having some fun and rolling dice.
And what looks cool.
Yeah, man.
I've always liked the look of the shield wall. It's a shame that fortifications aren't very good, because like when you see that as part of your battle line, that it just looks cool.
Yeah, so we don't play with points. We play with cool. So Fair. What do you want to take? Take it. And I'll take a unit that somewhat matches that. Okay. You got a tank? I'll get a tank.
No points, just vibes.
You have a Storm Surge? All right, so I'll bring a Night Titan. Let's do this.
Fair.
So, and yeah, the games play so much easier and less stressful. And, honestly, we don't really care who wins or loses. We both try, but it's still a damn good game.
That is such a great picture. I don't know why, but moments like these, where like maybe they don't even know they're being filmed, but when you catch a picture of your significant other enjoying a hobby that they like, in this case, going through their book or their codex with the model set up on it, that's such a great picture.
Yeah, it is cool. I am definitely blessed to have a wife that is into my hobby and respects me, and yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing we get the shit. I don't have to go to the game store or pack up. I can just go to the den and play a game. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
I am very, very blessed. Oh, and these things are coming back. These things are coming out nice. I'm sorry. I'm just getting into the shields.
Speaking of your shields, the shields, by the way, are for the head takers he's painting up right now.
Yeah,
and you can see these are the this is a picture of the very head takers he's working on.
Oh yeah. They're a lot more progressed than that, but that's the latest. Yeah, got to get them on there. and let you guys know that I haven't fallen off. You see, the thing is that when I paint, I'll paint intensely and I'll paint a lot of models, and then I burn out and I need a break.
And what army are these for?
Which ones?
Oh, your Eye of Terror box.
Oh, well, I think I do have.
See, what had
Uh,
happened was,
I have some tanks already, and these are just adding to said tanks. And I have a lot of dreadnoughts, and that's an understatement. And I want to add more. So I have a Blood Angels army, which is in its fledgling state. I have a Black Templars army, simply because they look like so much fun to paint, and I just got to get my hands on them. And I have an Ultramarines army somewhere because I have Roberto Gilliman. So that's going to be the units I have left over that don't really fit into any army. Sort of like if I have 80 intercessors, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to use 80 intercessors, but I can spread them out throughout the army,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because I did a lot of impulse buy. Man, this shield's coming out real
And,
nice.
oh my gosh! Accidentally showed your hospital picture. Oh my gosh!
Sorry, yeah. Yep. Yeah, sometimes I need a pain for my cane.
Oh,
Yeah.
demonetized.
Oh, goodness.
Man, I am glad that you have had such a good time gaming, my brother. Getting in some games, getting in some painting. Looks like you are back in the hobby flow, brother.
Well, I'm trying to get as much as I can. I have a little one on the way. I have a little Bobby on the way, so I know my hobby time is going to be limited. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can before.
Man, I feel that when my girls were babies. That's was my I lived off the saying, about my hobby, get it in where I can fit it in, because
Yeah.
like that was my between, like the it's a happy stress, right? Because like you're going to be living off very little sleep, and and of course there's going to be lots of happy times. There's going to be some times with crying and whatnot, and then sometimes you just that little bit of hobby sanity is good therapy, man.
Eh, I'll be leaning on you, brother. I'll be giving you calls. You're like, I just need somebody to talk to.
That's fair. That's fair. Always call me, brother.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
for me. Oh, for me. Well, first I'm going to show. So as I mentioned the last time we were hanging out, that I would. Ah, as I mentioned last time we were hanging out, that I would probably finally be cashing in. Hey, Gamesburger. Gamesburger, good to see you, brother. I finally cashed in some GW gift cards that I've been hoarding aside since birthday and Christmas. And I wanted them to be, I didn't want them to be just any purchases. I wanted them to be for something special since it was birthday and Christmas money. And so I got it the first thing I ordered with my gift cards. And it was Kravik Morn, the first official piece of the Iron Warriors.
Nice. Ooh, Iron Warriors, huh?
Yep. The new Warsmith. Very cool. I'm excited. And then the other thing I ordered should be coming in next week, I believe. I could be wrong. How are you, Gamesburger? Fenris Holja. And yeah. How goes your evening? How are you kicking off the weekend? And if you're doing any hobby this weekend, what you're doing. Let us know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
As far as hobby work, I did a little bit here with the Wolf Priest I've put down the base tones of his armor color juxtaposed with the cape there. Also,
Nice.
Gamesburger's idea. And I decided, since I'm going red Moz, where normally they have like the one off-white shoulder pad, I decided to do the inside of the robes. To went for the two-tone robes and do the inside with that same off-white for the red Moz. And I carried that same color through for the helmet with the hooded wolf skull helmet.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Very nice.
which I'm painting separately, and then of course I'm also painting his backpack separately. So got that going on, and then because I'm in the league, I stripped two of the things that were in my old wolf colors. The transports, because we all know that the drop pod got a new miniature that's roughly the same size, and so doesn't necessarily need to be replaced. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it in my new wolf colors. So I stripped it this weekend. I used a new product. So I've always seen videos from some of our UK brethren using something called BioStrip, but I couldn't get it here in America. But recently I found a product called Smart Strip that seems to be an American equivalent, or at least one that can be obtained here in America. And it is interesting. It did the strip job. Did it very well. However, what's really interesting is that it's thick and gloopy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, because if you're doing large projects like vehicles, you may not always have a big tub and the gallon or so of cleaner it might take to soak it and strip it in the conventional way. But with something like Smart Strip or BioStrip, you can just smear it all over and let it sit, and then eventually go in with your scrubbing. It does have its downsides though. So it's gloopy already, and the paint comes off in a very thick, gloopy, sticky tar. It definitely is also toxic, so you want to make sure you're gloved up. And if your gloves are cheap ones that are prone to tearing, you may want to do like they do in hospitals and double glove it.
So, question about that. You said it was thick and it was a good stripper. So, is it working its way through college?
Yes, that's what they tell me, anyways.
Okay.
And you know what? Anything I can do to further their education, by golly, if I have to tip them to further their education, that's how much I believe in education.
Yep.
Oh
my gosh.
So that, and then I did the same with my impulsor. I love the drop pod design. I have one of the old ones. Nice. It's a shame though that they're always open now. Which, I mean, let's be honest. Most of us, we put them down. We would put them on the table and we drop the legs down, right? But because they are just all the time down, and I think the new ones, like, they're fixed in a leg, which probably makes them a lot more of a pain in the butt to transport. But because they're always like this now, even if I do a great job painting up the drop pod like this, it's never going to be seen, because I'm going to put it down on the table, and all those doors, and all those flat surfaces are going to be gone. And what's really there, you just basically have the corrugated steel, steps leading into the drop pod. That's really it.
Yeah.
So there's not really a lot of detail. Am I still going to do my best to airbrush the walls of the drop pod that no one's ever going to see? Yes.
Airbrush, throw a decal on there and call it a day.
Exactly. Am I still going to do it? Yes. But is it a shame that I'm going to be the only one to really care about it? Maybe.
I'll care about it.
The new drop pods have their own tactical rocket. They do.
They
Although,
do. I have them because I never owned a drop pod, and since they released a new one, I said might as well.
does that convert the character rule to them?
Does it come with Aryak? No, Aryak. Because
So,
wasn't there was a set that he came in with his Wolf Brethren and he had drop pod, and that was a box set, if I remember
oh,
correctly. That's an old one though.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stripped 2 things and then reprimed them today. Although, just because like with big vehicles, sometimes, especially if there's a lot of overhangs or nooks and crannies, I think I need to go in with a second because I did it very thin, of course, because I'm always worried about primer glooping up my airbrush, and so
Yeah.
doing it so thin and with all the nooks and crannies, I think I need to go in with a second coat of primer probably sometime this weekend. But I'm in the beginning of stages of working on it. Stripping it down was the first step to putting it in my colors. I'm going to try and aim to have at least the blues down. The 3 steps to the armor color done for them this weekend. I don't know when, because I have an all-day game tomorrow because it's in College Station, which is like 2 hours away from me.
Oh, I
2
thought
and
it
a
was
half
an
hours.
Armageddon game.
No. But I have a game that's 2.5 hours away, 2.5 hours back. That's 5 hours before I even take my models out,
Goodness.
And so it's going to be an all-day thing tomorrow, and then of course Sunday is my D&D day. But hopefully, like after D&D, maybe I'll get in some hobby time or whatever, or I'll probably. Oh, I gotta admit though, sometimes my plan is after D&D to do some hobby, and I just end up napping instead.
Of course.
So that's all the hobby stuff. Now the games, I had 2 league games this week. One was 1500, and it was against my favorite opponent. There were some rough matchups this week. I don't want any of this to sound like a complaint. Okay, I just want to say that off the bat. The guys at my local shop are absolute gents, fun guys to hang around, really great personalities. They're good guys. So if you hear any complaining, it's at the situation, not about my opponents. My opponents are absolutely lovely people.
Where's that truckload of salt? Oh no, just back it in over here, okay?
There's not going to be any. Okay, There's not really going to be any. I've cooled off.
No, tell us about it.
So my first opponent was Tao. And I have those who have been watching for a long time know I historically performed terribly against the Tau. Like, I have beaten them once or twice in my lifetime, and I've been in the game for about 11 years now. Once or twice like one of my friends is like, well, I mean, you beat him a couple of times. Once or twice in 11 years is not a great record, although I did have several years of a policy I don't play Tau. So there's that. But
you could play my Tau. You'd be on the opposite end of that.
Oh, man. So Tau has historically just been a rough matchup for me. I historically struggle against the Tau. And I don't mean like, oh, I lose to them, but I still... No, I historically just like get absolutely trounced by Tau. Also, I'm starting to think my play style of, I got into 40K and specifically Space Marine, Space Wolves because of Thunderwolves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe investing a quarter of my points into a big brick of 6 with the champion may not be the strongest way to go. Because when I get put up against these shooting armies, man, they just get absolutely just
mowed down.
destroyed. And yeah, but also, okay, I want you to look. This is the beginning of the match. This is deployment.
Okay.
Notice where my warlord and his thunderwolves are.
Wait.
Center of the table.
Center of. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Now,
Bro.
I want to show you this week's game.
Okay.
All right. This is deployment.
All right, hold on. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
I'm playing against Death Guard. Notice where my warlord and his Thunderwolf entourage are.
Dead in the
Center of the table. Now you might think to yourself, "Well, geez, Wolf brother,
why?
you freaking idiot! Why would you put your wolves there? No wonder why they're getting shot to death." Because the mission I rolled for both of these games is called High Stakes Deployment.
Oh no!
So you can see here, our deployments are only 12 inches off the board.
Oh my goodness!
Each player must set up their warlord and their entourage unit directly in the middle of the board, 6 inches from.
No.
Blame the
So
dice.
sorry.
I do. Oh, definitely. There was definitely some dice. There was definitely some dice. Man, the Tau game, I went through both of the sets of the dice I had brought and started rolling random dice that like at the bottom of my bag.
Hey, dude, mind if I roll your dice? My dice are not going hot tonight.
Like, yeah, I was about 5 minutes away from, offering to do services in the back alley for a new set of dice. Like, so here's both of the both of these games had a very strong opponent, and we're going to get into
Very Dave Chappelle of you.
very, very strong opponent, and both of them high stakes deployment. Go ahead and set your warlord up in the center of the table. Oh, so it's like, well, yeah, Mythos, why didn't you screen out your wolves? Why didn't you hide your warlord? You play more tactically. No, I had to start the game just wide ass out the open. It's pretty thematic. I like doing some of these thematic shots where you get the camera right down to the model's level. Like, what is this Sakaran looking at? And you see this big ass Riptide in the background. Yeah.
But it's unpainted, so it doesn't count.
No, it's this one. It's this orange one. It's
never mind.
It's painted in the classic ochre Tau style.
Yeah.
Did you not chant your litanies to Russ and the Emperor beforehand? See, that's the problem. Is I was trying to chant them, but when you chant Russ's litanies, you got to imbibe a lot of miad. So I was so drunk, I don't know if I was saying them correctly. I might have imbibed so much miad that I chanted Russ's litanies well, but not the Emperor's. So this was again early game, just basically staging, trying to get up to the objective. This is the Maelstrom campaign style mission I was mentioning before.
Nice.
Where you can pick up the objectives and run off the table with them.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a really I really felt like the that kind of mission adds just like a fun little element of like almost like a cat and mouse element to it. If you can get away, get to the board edge within 3 inches, then at the end of your opponent's turn, just leave with the objective.
Yeah, I played some of those matches in AOS, and I always thought they were fun.
Oh, this was probably the one you mentioned wasn't painted yet. The Storm Surge here, it's pretty cool because it was like still in subassembly, so he could for his painting, and so like he had set up the gun where it just clips on and off, so that way he can still paint it and whatnot. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there was a ghost keel back here. Suit heavy lists especially are the ones I've always struggled against, and this one was definitely, it was like the ghost keel was over here. The stealth suits were, I think, somewhere around here. There was the broadside over here. Riptide, Storm Surge. Like there was just a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, you got to bring it.
And admittedly, like he had a good list. I definitely say I definitely respect the firepower he brought in his list. And again, there's nothing wrong. Like he was a great guy. You like when I got trashed by Tau in the past. Sometimes like some of them were my friends. Atlas used to play Tau back in the day, but like Cloud, plays Tau. But like some people would just like show up, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, and then just like, learn to write better lists. Like, and I spent more time unpacking my models and packing them away than actually gaming and chatting and, that sense of community you're supposed to get when you're gaming with somebody. I was just like, oh.
I just got
I feel used and dirty. But this wasn't the case. Like I said, my opponent, this Tau player was great. Like, a fun guy to play against. And I have to say, like, I have not traditionally liked the ochre color scheme. And I think, like, probably because most people I've seen, they don't, they go straight to the color, the lighter, flatter color ochre that they want. But this gentleman actually builds up through the tones and it creates a richer looking ochre. And I actually like this more. And honestly, I don't feel like the box art makes this like shows how like rich and deep this color scheme can be. Actually seeing it in person, I'm like, okay, the ochre, like, because I know the newer box stuff is in the white Tau scheme, but like the older,
it isn't a lot. They switched it over.
Yeah, but like, and so maybe it was just like the photo quality of the older boxes. But seeing them in person, I really feel like if you build up the color, the ochre style can be, like really nice.
Oh yeah, brown is one of the easiest paints to wet blend. So if you are going to try wet blending, I recommend a nice brown because there's so many shades of it that you can go up in stages for a nice little blend with that. So yeah, try brown if you would like to learn how to wet blend.
I'm sure you guys have probably noticed through the progression of these pictures, like here and like slowly every picture I'm showing you, more of the Tau is moving up.
Oh yeah.
And when you finally cut back to the wolf side of the table, there's something missing from these pictures. Now it's just the wolf champion and one thunder wolf, and then the next picture, an empty center. It's funny because, like, if you go through the pictures, you're just slowly seeing the Tau get closer, and then all of a sudden the Wolf Lord is gone. It's just like almost like a horror story, They're just getting closer and closer.
We should bring tumbleweeds to scale. I think that would be fun.
So this was probably mid game. After my big unit got lit up, what would go next is like, this area of the board would get cleared out. The rest of the center would fall without the Thunder Wolves, and then Bjorn gets picked up like actually really easily. And it wasn't until recently that I noticed, because I didn't play a whole lot when the Wolves Codex came out, that this edition, I don't know if it was at the beginning of the edition or when our Codex came out, but I feel like in previous editions, Bjorn used to have the 4-up invul, and now it's only a 5-up invul.
Yes.
And that's a big difference.
4-up invul, and then Feel No Pain, I think.
Bjorn, yeah, right? 5-up Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
But I was missing that 4-up invul. Both weeks.
Well, being in the center of the board, yeah. You would need, that would be definitely beneficial.
Thankfully, what did last until the end of the game, I think, so these guys, I think, make it off of the board. Oh, no, they almost make it off the board. They get shot down.
Oh, no.
But I think I managed to park on one of these. No, they make it off the board with the intercessors here, or Grey Hunters, make it off the board with one, and then I park one of my tanks on the other one. That's what. So I do claim 2 objectives by the end of the game. And in this league, even if you lose every objective you claimed by the end of the game, you get to roll on the loot table for. So it's pretty cool.
Ooh.
And the loot table gives you like buffs that will carry on through the campaign. So like my Bjorn has a permanent +2 to his movement.
Oh,
So having Bjorn that moves 10 inches, and I'm playing Saga the Great Wolf, so he can run through walls.
oh my gosh,
It's pretty cool.
that is cool.
I love having like being able to make a charge like this. In this case, he failed his charge, by the way, which was really sad. But I love the idea, since it's not working, that he can move 10 inches and then Kool-Aid Man through a wall to charge.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got to spend a CP for it, but the fact that you can do that in Saga the Great Wolf is cool.
Yeah.
Just oh yeah. Or oh no, if you fail your charge.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
So that was pretty devastating. Although I have to say, I lost so much in those early turns. I expected to get tabled like turn 3, maybe turn 4, and I actually lasted until the end of the game. Part of that is because the Sicard is T11 and the Rep-X is T12, and having just big, high armor targets like that with 2-up saves were, kind of tough to chew through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was thankful, though, that armor just basically kept me from getting tabled, which was real nice. Then today I played against the new Defiler, and it's funny.
Ooh.
I didn't know I was playing against the new Defiler, nor did I notice that I was playing against Death Guard. Until like the listings came out somewhat earlier in the week. But it's funny because just in this last week, I ran into a couple of people who were like, "Oh yeah, man, I've been going to games, and have you played against the new Defiler?" It's almost like this was a plot in a movie, because like I didn't know I was going to be playing a Defiler, and then just like I ran into 2 people this week that asked me about, "Have you played against the new Defiler?" Man, it feels like every game I've been going to lately, like everybody's playing Chaos, and I'm getting beat down by at least 1 or 2 Defilers, and I'm just like, oh, they're like, yeah, man, it's at least 100 points under cost. Again, this is just something other people have told me. I actually had a great time playing against my opponent, and it was scary strong, but like I don't feel like it was a point of complaint against my opponent. Okay, this is just me commenting on how crazy efficient that they can be.
Oh.
Okay, so this is my opponent. Great guy, really fun to play against, really cool list. But yeah, it was just funny because it was almost like foreshadowing that I ran into 2 people who were like, "Oh man," one of them said, "Gosh, I feel like the next balance they need to at least increase the cost." Or when the balance for 11th comes out, they need to increase the cost of the Defiler by at least 100 points. I was like, wow, 100 points too efficient. Like, I'm sure there may be some exaggeration there based on, because that was the person who said, like, they went to a tournament and almost everybody had every list had at least 1 or 2 Defilers. Most of them were running 2 Defilers, and so that may also just be their perspective, like. They're probably feeling the sting of losing to them several times in a weekend, at a tournament, right?
Yeah.
So it may just be a little bit of an exaggeration, but to have somebody tell you, wow, they're like 100 points too efficient, and then you run into another person who's like, oh man, I keep getting my butt kicked by these Defilers. I'm like, who's putting together all these Defilers? They're brand new. And then I get to the store today, and I was. We hadn't even gone in the store yet, and we were waiting on, because the store closes for lunch. We're waiting on, the lunch break to be over. So I'm standing there holding my boxes. We're just chit chatting. It's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to putting my 2 Defilers on the table. I've been trying out this color, these color schemes for them. I was like, okay, that's cool. Wait, did you say 2 Defilers? And just my mind immediately flashed back to earlier in the movie where these 2 people were telling me about these Defilers. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I thought about, like, we were talking about the stats on stream about, oh man, they look like they're going to be scary.
Yeah,
They were in fact scary good.
they'll get nerfed.
Um,
They always do.
so this was us at the beginning.
Or maybe they'll stay that way for 10th edition.
Well, I mean, there's no more balance patches coming out for 10th edition, so.
So yeah, they're gonna stay super strong, right?
Yeah, although summer's coming in I think it's just 2 more months until the new edition comes.
So yeah,
We'll see.
until then, have Defiler pay to play, pay to win. I do want a Defiler though.
Me too. Me too. Okay, so remember at first I was like, "This looks cool. I don't think I'm going to get one for my Iron Warriors because I don't want to have to. I don't want my Iron Warriors because Iron Warriors, like they spent the longest time resisting the demonic changes and stuff like that. Like they're like, we don't want to mess with the Chaos Gods. You know, we're mostly here to rebel, right? And eventually, of course, Perturabo went, Demon Primarch, but like,
yeah,
the whole Dark Gods thing was never really his thing, And so, I was like, I wanted to do that early mindset of the Iron Warriors, just like, no mutation, I wanted to replace like the demonness and mutatedness with just like more robotic kind of stuff, more industrial or that kind of thing,
Right.
But like seeing them in person, they actually look really cool, and I feel like I could probably just the parts that are fleshy, instead of doing them as fleshy, do them as like the
liquid metal.
Liquid metal would be cool too. But I was thinking like the rubbery black carapace that Space Marines have as their second skin.
Yeah, yeah. So like a nice little flat black.
Yeah, flat black with like some of that like that kind of like a gray green like rubber black highlights,
Yeah, yeah. Without the highlights, it'll just look primed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
pretty good.
I think
you should maybe a red black.
I think
never put a nice warm black, So put a little bit of red tones into your black. The black will overpower it, but it'll just give a hint of red. That means a hint of flesh. Might even be a good contrast for you too.
Possibly, yeah. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, I've been experimenting with different color blacks, and they're all black, but some are bluer and some are redder, and I can see them now. Like, oh, that's a warm red. I mean, that's a warm black, or that's a cold black.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's.
There we go. The 2 Defilers on now. My opponent actually built 2 variants, and this is going to be important to the reason why I wasn't just able turn 1 or 2, even though I was very close. So this is the las cannon version, and this is the
purple.
The autocannon version. In the autocannon version, they get a lot of shots, and it is damage 3 apiece, but they're only strength 9 and they're only AP 1. And my big pieces of armor are T11, T12, and both of them are a 2-up save.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, if there's cover, like the 1 AP is not going to matter.
No.
I wish I had the presence of mind to get a clearer picture of his typhus. His typhus was really cool. He had like some really vibrant colors going on in his typhus, and most of the time I see people's typhuses like heavily dirty, rusty, like in a very classic Death Guard style. But seeing this one, it's like it had focused more on like very colorful rot. And so there was some purples and blues and a really vibrant toxic green base, with sculpted kind of like waterfalls into the base of this toxic green. It was really pretty and really well done.
Like Dave from Eons of Battle, because he has a very vibrant color palette too.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely that Verdian. What is it? Brilliant. I'm not even sure of the word, but
a virulent, yeah.
Color. Yeah, virulence. Thank you. So it changes colors, like that oily back of a green fly kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know what to paint my Death Guard, but I should definitely start painting my Death Guard. I have a lot of Death Guard.
This was turn 1.5, so I went first. This was
Okay.
at the end of my own turn 2. My opponent hadn't even taken turn 2 yet. This is my dead pile. So let me explain.
What the?
This is a lot of dead.
Oh my god.
So the interesting thing is, if you're playing against Death Guard,
Yeah.
Death Guard have an ability, first of all, that they can mark. This sub faction he was playing can mark 2 targets for contagion, and they're going to lose 1 toughness, and they're going to be -1 to hit. Now, also, if you come within X amount of proximity to a Death Guard unit, you will also get that same -1 toughness, -1 to hit, which is in shooting and in combat, by the way.
Oh.
So it is a flat nerf to your damage out throughout the game.
Wow.
Unless you can just kite them and stay out of your contagion range. But even then, like in this case, you're going to see the 2 bright markers on my 2 pieces of armor. That those bright markers are those are the ones targeted, and of course, which made my shooting less efficient all game. But then most of the rest of my army is melee, and as each turn goes up, the bigger their range is that they're corrupting around them. So it starts off just I think just like a couple inches, and then it gets more inches and more inches. And if you're playing melee, that means by the time you get in to do damage, you're infected.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was a flat damage nerf throughout the game. So now let's talk about the turn. Like this, I think was just a really bad matchup for me. Let's talk about the Terminator squad.
Okay.
That the Death Guard's Warlord unit had.
Yes, the scythes.
With the sides, but more importantly than the sides, they have all of them are basically chemical flamers with sprayers of disease.
Okay.
Now, they are dual wielding gauntlets with these I don't know what the weapons are called, but they're basically like flamer weapons. They're torrent, they auto hit, ignore cover, that kind of thing.
Blower.
Huh?
They're snot blowers.
Basically.
That's their official name. No.
And so when we start off the game this close to each other, okay, and of course, did I have to immediately go to charge him? No, I didn't. And honestly, I would have anyways, because I wasn't aware of how strong this unit's Overwatch was. Like, I knew it had some torrent weapons. Let me tell you.
All of them, right? Or splooshing weapons.
Turn 1, this man rolled 38 hits on just the first set of weapons.
On the Overwatch?
Yeah, because they auto hit, but they're all like D something, something like something D6. Okay, he rolled 38 hits, and that was the lower roll. So afterwards, like I killed him. I killed half of the unit, right? And just to jump ahead a little bit, in the beginning of his turn, they also have the pistol keyword. So he shot me in combat, did another 32 hits.
Oh, dang!
And that was, of course, higher rolls, but I had already killed half of them. And I still got hit 30-something times, which means that the potential output was more like 80-something hits for that first one. Plus, there were 2 other weapons, two other weapon types. So there was 2 of these long-barreled sprayers,
right?
And 2 long-barreled sprayers, and then another gauntlet. Like some of these models were dual-wielding gauntlets.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was crazy strong Overwatch. I basically suicided most of my so I charged in with 7 models. Um, uh, because it was the Crucible Champion and a full squad of 6 Thunderwolves.
Okay.
I lost 4 Thunderwolves before I made it to combat.
Oh wow.
So it was just down
Yeah.
to the champion and these first 2 Thunderwolves. These 4 were gone. And then by the end of the fight, of course, I think I was missing another one. And then by the end of my turn, because on ongoing combats, defender goes first. So by the end of my turn, only the champion was left. It's just like I got my ass handed to me. So then I took out, and by the way, they have like the apothecary style ability where they can res every turn, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so, like, I felt like, if they're going to keep healing, I got to keep putting damage into them, or they're they're going to just come back, right? Which they did. Absolutely, they did. Hey, Inquisitor, my man, how you doing, brother? So, I don't think I have any good pictures of it, but I also got out my 6 head takers with devastating wounds, and with the Saga of the Wolf and Battle Leader combo, they had lethal and sustained hits, devastating wounds from the head taker's ability.
Nice.
And I still only killed like another 3. But again, they just kept regenerating, and they just turned around and just absolutely slew like all 7 Thunderwolves and all 7 of the head taker squad. It was just like, holy crap. So I probably shouldn't have I should have just left this squad alone.
Yeah.
Although their range damage was also so good, I don't know if I could have left them alone. I really don't know what I should have done there.
Did the best to defend.
Yeah. And so maybe like that kind of like throwing more unit into them, helps like hold them at the center of the table.
Down, I guess.
Yeah, because I had my converted combi lieutenant battle leader here sneak off with this objective, and my intercessor snuck off with this objective. Oh man, one of the defilers just annihilated. I think the autocannon version just absolutely obliterated these eradicators. Just blew them off the table like one turn. First turn, yeah. But I think I could the smart thing I think probably would have been to shoot them off the table. But also the 2 big defilers were such a big threat. I felt like I had to put my ranged weapons into them.
Yeah.
And thankfully, now this I will say, it was scary that the defilers are like T11 and had like 16 wounds and dealt an incredible amount of damage, like just absolute blistering firepower. Definitely felt like the las cannon version was way better than the autocannon, so I focused that first. Now I will say, even though their profile defensively looks scary too, like 18 wounds at T11 is definitely like you got to focus some fire. But between the Repulsor Executioner and the Sakaran Omega, I was able to focus them down. Like, okay, turn 2, like turn 1, I didn't really have good line of sight to them. Turn 2, I did most of the damage with the Rep-X, finished them off with the Omega. Turn 3, same thing. I focused on the other Defiler, did most of the damage with the Rep-X, finished them off with the Defiler. And thankfully, since I killed the las cannon one first, honestly, the autocannon one just kind of bounced off the armor of the Repulsor Executioner. I think he got 1 wound through. So that was a real blessing there.
Nice.
But yeah, so this between the Terminator blob, I definitely want, if you're not familiar with Death Guard, beware their big scythe Terminators, because they will kick your ass. And also beware the Defiler. And I've not gotten to see their close because both of these were range builds.
Yeah,
I have heard that their combat is also scary, especially since they move 12 and can move through anything other than a Titanic unit. So
Oh,
terrain, your models, their
oh,
models, doesn't matter.
that's horrible.
They just Kool-Aid through the walls.
I definitely need to paint my team card.
Yeah. Zai, my man, I hope you're doing well tonight. So that is definitely. Are they scary? Yes. Do they have some incredible damage output, and are they efficient? Yes.
All the yeses.
But if you dedicate firepower to them, they will go down. You know, like if you put, well, they will. I mean, obviously, you know, with the luck of the dice, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah. So and then of course also target priority. Make sure you're putting some good quality anti-tank weapons into them. I have definitely seen. I always like to preach target priority, and some people ask me why. But it's because I've definitely, in my time of playing Warhammer, seen people get frustrated, like, I just threw 300 weapons into this tank and it didn't go down. I only did like 2 wounds. It's like, okay, but most of those were bolters and only strength 4 and no AP. You got to dedicate tank weapons to tank targets and infantry weapons to infantry targets. So
Preach, brother, preach.
And I say that, you know, I say that wisely, as if I haven't lost every game of this league so far. Oh man, but I'm having a good time.
Having a good time.
Yeah, this mother trucker right here. Oh man, I'm gonna try and avoid this deployment in the future. Doing all right. Got home from playing my first 2 games in the Watchmen Journeyman League. Lost a close one, then felt bad about cheesing out an objective win. Hey, it was a tactical play, brother. Tactical play.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I hope you enjoyed your games, though. Especially like the close one. Close games are always my favorite. All right, channel of the week. I'm going to swap. Not that this man needs a shout out from us. Because he is a huge member of the hobby community.
He is chatting and people are throwing like hundreds of dollars at him as he's just doing his show.
Yeah, he's the literal best of all streamers.
The best of all. I want him to do that intro again.
You know, when my hair started thinning on top, I was like, you know, the middle's still there. I wonder if I could rock a mohawk like Kenny Boucher.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that my RVP wouldn't enjoy me showing up to meetings like that, though.
I bet.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I get that. Man, I was having such a rough game, both this game and the one against the Tau, that both of my opponents were feeling bad for me. Like, man, I hope you blow this. Like, yeah, I would be like, all right, I'm going to try putting 2 shots from the Repex into this. I hope you blow it up too. Like, they were cheering for me. I was doing so bad. Oh, man. All right, so Kenny Boucher. This man, is there any? Let's see what he's got under his posts. There we go. This is what I was talking about earlier with his extremely vibrant, super buttery smooth painting style. Look how vibrant that is. And I know a lot of people prefer the grim dark aesthetic, and there's nothing wrong with liking that particular aesthetic. And how am I not subscribed? I could swear I was subscribed to this channel.
For shame.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, because I was like, man, I know I am I follow him on Twitch. I was like, man, he must be
more of a Twitch artist than
I was like, he must only be doing Twitch now. I haven't seen a video from him in a hot minute. Oh,
yeah. He restreams now. Yeah. So he broadcasts on Twitch and here at the same time.
Is that what model that is? something Emperor's Children. Ah, that's a cipher. Interesting, as my man Sonic Wave here in the chat used to play the Fallen. I just love this vibrant painting style. So these are just the community posts. There's lots of live streams, tutorial videos over on his channel and on Twitch. So check him out. He is in the description below. And he will be doing an interview over on Brother Rob's channel in the near future. So make sure you're subscribed to Brother Rob to know when he posts that interview.
Yeah, it's going to be nice, chill, and chat.
Zai says he still has a cipher model on the shelf. Very cool. War Machine has a rule that says if a player is ahead by 3 victory points at the end of their opponent's turn, they win, and you score objectives every turn starting second player's second turn. Interesting. It's very similar but different, coming from a Warhammer mindset where you start scoring points at the top of turn 2 instead of at the bottom of turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even like this here, it definitely has like a darker feel and vibe to it, but still very vibrant. I love his painting style.
Yeah, it's still very him. Doesn't lose his identity.
Yeah, he definitely has a very distinct style. Ooh, look at that. Orc, super mutant skin, something.
I like that his style is approachable.
I definitely he was definitely one of the biggest inspirations to me wanting to overcome my fear of airbrushes and learn to paint.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good at it. Really good.
Okay, I have to get this Blade Orc at some point.
He's been in the game for years. The most ultimate yo dog ever to yo dog.
Coming at you, the literal best of all days.
I love that. I love that. That just stays with me. He's an icon. He's like Hulkamania going wild. It's just, you don't forget those things.
That is so cool.
Although you probably came in when he was in NWL. I know my wrestling lore.
Yeah. New world order.
Yeah. I remember. Do you remember when wrestling first started? WWF?
Oh, yeah.
Yes? Okay, I didn't know how old you were.
I mean, no. What is WWF?
Yeah, okay.
World Wildlife Federation or something?
Yeah. They had Moolah. What was the first starting lineup? Was Jimmy Snuka in the first starting lineup?
Okay, that is definitely before me.
Oh, Jimmy Snuka? Oh, okay. Okay. I go back to the origins of wrestling.
I don't go back that far. I
was there when Horus slew the Emperor. I mean, Hulkamania 1 came
out. My youngest wrestling memories are like old school, bright yellow Hulk Hogan.
The real American. Fight for the right of every man.
Macho Man Randy Savage, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, that dude. I think he was like, if you know what I mean. Sting.
Oh, the Hart Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
The British Bulldog.
The Road Warriors.
Road Warriors. The Bushwhackers, where they had that crazy walk they used to do in the ring.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I remember Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes, I used to love Sergeant.
And then I went absolutely crazy when he was crossed over in the G.I. Joe movie.
Yes. Yes. By the way, the G.I. Joe movie still is one of my favorite starting.
Look at that bicep. Look at that bicep. Holy crap.
Favorite. Best of all time.
Oh, yeah. I love the G.I. Joe movie and the Transformers movie.
And the Transformers movie, when Bumblebee dies in the first 5 seconds of the movie, and everybody looks like, Bumblebee?
Not Bumblebee. Bumblebee lives.
Dying. It scarred me. It scarred me like the Never-Ending Story scarred me.
Oh, I mean, luckily you find at the end he didn't actually, you know.
I remember that intro, man, to that movie, G.I. Joe movie.
Yeah,
That's an awesome intro. Man.
I still watch the Transformers movie almost every year at my birthday.
No, really?
Yep, I've got like the 20-year anniversary copy.
Nice.
And yeah, just that was just like one of my staples growing up. Like I can quote like most of the opening scene, you know, from memory. So since I just got home and missed the starting stream, assuming y'all talked about the Armageddon unboxing, what are your thoughts on the new heavy bolter unit? We're just about to get to that, actually. We were still doing. We were actually. I'm just scrolling through our channel of the week. We're talking about old school memories. We may have gotten off topic.
Really? Cobra. Statue of Liberty in the background. All right.
All right, we gonna roll over. Now, I have these pictures courtesy of Mr. Fish because I was playing a game of Warhammer today. I wasn't around for the live stream that Warhammer did. So saying that because I don't have any context in these pictures. So if anyone has any context, that I would not hate that.
I was watching it while waiting for us to start the stream today, so I have some insight.
All right, so here, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I'm looking at. Is this another Blade Guard captain?
Well, okay, yeah, it is another Blade Guard captain. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's just, I guess, a new. I wonder why they would bother
updating. I know.
Updating a brand new model that just was like in a starting box for 8th edition.
Because they could, I guess.
It confuses me because it's kind of like the same thing with Calgar. Like 8th edition, boom, brand new model. Like it's almost the exact same timeline between the two.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird. Love that model. Perfect Archangel. Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's very. It's got a lot of gribblies and details, and probably more gribblies than I want to paint. Honestly, it's a little. I like very smooth surfaces, but like for people who like a lot of the hyper detail, it's a great looking model. And will I enjoy painting it up if I get it? Absolutely, it's very cool. Although it's got a lot of character for sure. I'm not sure. We already have Blade Guard Captain. Why did we get another?
He's getting old, man.
Okay, we have this from a couple of different angles. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not complaining. It's a great looking model. Lots of oh my god.
Yeah, I would like 10 years out of my model before they update it. Thank you very much. Just give me 10 years.
It is definitely. I like. It's got the detail on the blade is cool. They made sure to even sculpt in an extra dagger and the pistol and like just lots of gribblies. Very cool. Is definitely when I complained about the Vanguard veterans and I was like, there is no detail in this. This is the opposite. They've got plenty of detail here for sure, which is good. It's good.
Is the salty side coming out?
No, it's I honestly there's no salt. I love it. I'm just a little confused because I'm like, did we need this?
Need? No. But if somebody's starting the hobby new and they don't have a lot of intercessors, yeah, that would appeal to them, I guess.
Captain with shield isn't in the data sheets. I don't think it's in the data sheets now, though. I think it's just an option you can take. You take the captain model, and your war gear options are you can take the shield and sword.
Well, I mean, the rules for that I think might be in the box. I think that's a new variant or whatever they call it.
Well, I was just saying, like, even for the Blade Guard captain we have now, that's not data sheet's not there either. So, like,
Oh, okay.
it's So, like, it makes sense that it wouldn't be there for this if it's not there for that. It's all Primaris captain.
There's no data sheet for Blade Guard veterans?
No, shield with captain is what he said.
Okay.
Captain with shield.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
The new Primaris librarian, who looks a lot like the Tigurius model. I mean, it
really does. Yeah, it's the horned skull.
The like horned skull. The pose is very similar.
Yeah, that too.
Again,
pokey.
I don't dislike the model. It's cool. It's fine. It is very, very similar to the Tigurius model.
I have an obscene amount of librarians.
It's a cool model, though. I like it. It kind of like if you took the new Tigurius model,
yeah,
and mixed it with the old Psyker model, like the
one
from like 7th edition.
Yeah,
it's like if you Palmerized those. The Jump Pack Chaplain, we know, we love him.
I don't want to be a fly on the wall of that party. Psychers Unite.
The very
only $9.95 per second.
The very underwhelming Jump Pack veterans. Now, this is going to be an improvement. Now,
there's your hot take.
It is cool that they include one model, kind of a throwback to the old Vanguard veterans unit, where one model had a two-handed sword.
Yeah.
You are getting that pose back in this Vanguard veterans kit, which is cool. Another thing to note I heard today is that they said, one of the guys at the shop I heard talking about it, while most of the weapons look like the Jump Pack Intercessor Sergeant,
yeah,
where it's like the plasma gun and the sword,
yeah,
it is actually a little bit better because it's the Blade Guard Veterans Mastercrafted style sword. So you're getting the 2 damage sword instead of the 1 damage sword, which okay. I mean, like it is a stat improvement for sure. It's just
thanks.
Jump around.
It's not a big difference.
Jump around. Jump up, get down. Crisscross going to make you. Jump Pack Chaplain going to make you jump.
You know, I used to wear my jeans backwards because of them.
Really?
Yeah. I did the crisscross. Yeah.
Dude, I need pictures of this. Okay, I have to say, the first picture of the Jump Pack Intercessor we saw, probably didn't do it justice. Like, and granted, there's different. These are a little more customized than the first one we saw. Like this one's got like more of the fancy laurel across his chest instead of like the same Aquila everybody gets. You know, it's not a big difference, but hey, he's a little fancier, right?
Yeah.
This one's got the armor studs on his shin plate. Again, not a big difference, but hey, he looks a little more veteran. Like I'm happy with just I didn't need a lot for them to make me,
make you happy.
Yeah, I did. I just dress it up a little bit more than the JPIs. Welcome back, Inquisitor. Shrike will like these guys. Oh, I bet he will.
I have 3 units of Jump Pack Intercessors.
JPIs are so good. They are like fast moving. They're great at grabbing objectives. They definitely can skirmish well.
How are Reavers doing?
JPIs are great, man.
How about infiltrators?
Infiltrators are still good. They still have a spot because they are really good for screening out deep striking units or reserve units, and that comes up a lot for sure.
Yeah.
They are not everybody takes I think they're in a sweet spot now because they're no longer so cheap that they're auto include. Where you're
Right.
like, I would gladly pay the extra couple of points to keep people out of my deployment zone.
Right.
But they are not like so expensive. Like nobody ever takes these. It's like there's still lots of value in having, at least one squad to make sure that people can't deep strike onto this objective or onto the center of the board or my backfoot line. I'm excited for the Talon Strike Kill Team. I don't think I've seen anything on that yet, and I don't think that's included with my pictures here. So I am excited to see what you are referencing. I'm excited for these kits. All of these really need a couple of small touches to spruce them up. I got a couple Firstborn Vets jump packs I plan to put on a couple of these. Nice. Really cool banner guy. The thing is that I haven't felt like banners have been useful since 8th edition. I have. Let me just.
They're so pretty.
They're pretty, sure. I'm gonna cut back to our screen for a second.
No,
it's
bust out the salt.
No, it's not salt. Like I still have my Indomitus banner bearer, and
right.
which is pretty cool. Now I did say, well, they were good in 8th edition. Absolutely. If you put this with the squad of Hellblasters back in the day, laughing all the way to the bank. But now they bake that ability to shoot when they die on a 4+. That's baked into the Hellblasters profile now. So, do you need this guy anymore? No. Why isn't he painted if they were good in 8th edition? I didn't start playing Ultramarines until last year, so it's a new development for me. But so I still have this one, half painted, right? Looks great. Looks great. I wish there was a reason to take a banner bearer. So that was my Indomitus one. No, my Dark Imperium one. Then I have from Indomitus, I have the Blade Guard Ancient, who's even worse than this one. Okay. The thing is that with your standard Ancient, you can equip him with a Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle, which is cool. A little extra shooting. Or what's even better to me, a Power Sword. So that way, you can put them on your standard Intercessors and make them a little extra punchy, which is great.
I would like that. Power Sword. Yeah.
Then you have the Blade Guard Ancient. Blade is in his name. He gets a pistol. Why do you have a guy named Blade Guard with no melee weapons? It's like the fat guy you call Tiny. That is what this is.
It has Blade in the name. You're so right. That's what makes it so good.
It makes me so mad. They're like, hey, you can really buff out your Blade Guard squad with your Blade Guard veterans, your Blade Guard captain, your Blade Guard lieutenant, your Blade Guard ancient. Oh, what's the Blade Guard ancient do? He holds the flag. Yeah, where's his sweet sword? He holds the flag. Oh, okay. Well, I've seen this in movies. Can he attack with the flag? No. Really, I've seen a lot of movies where they put like a spear tip at the end of the flag, and
oh my god,
nope.
Nope.
Hey, the Blade Guard Ancient still gets to poke the enemy 5 times with the end of the banner. The soft end of the banner. AP0. You know what else touches at Stray 4 AP0? Is open hands. So him waving the butt of that stick at you is the exact same thing as I'm literally the same profile as if that same Blade Guard Ancient did this to you. This is the attack the Blade Guard Ancient gets to do. If he smacks you with his hand, it is the literal exact same attack with the stick. I don't understand. The Blade Guard Ancient is the worst thought out Space Marine support character I can think of. Oh wait, there's the Reaver Lieutenant, who is also useless. You know what? I'm gonna calm down now. Wow, I talked about getting trounced today 3 times.
No, you're just getting out your aggression. That's what it is.
But neither of them got me upset. I'm like, these were great guys. I
You
rolled
internalized it.
It was a bad matchup. But the fact that we're getting, and this I gotta tie it back. This is the model we're getting, and they're like, hey, check it out, new ancient banner. It looks great. It really does. Guess what? Banners so far from the rules that they have shown us, and sure, they haven't shown us everything. Banners, by all accounts, are worse in 11th edition. Now, don't be dissing my Reaver Lieutenant. I'm sorry. It's literally my picture. I'm so sorry. He's a great looking model, especially yours. It's just in game wise, he's a great looking stand-in for any other character is what it is. The Reaver Lieutenant is made worse just by the existence of the Combi Lieutenant. He really is. He really is. Also, my Combi Lieutenant scored me an objective today and let me roll on the loot table. So, you know, somebody get Mythos a Snickers. He's angry. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. Okay.
I like him.
The Reaver Lieutenant is a beautiful model. And he is a great stand-in for literally any other character. If you want to run him as anything else, it's a great model. Except a Blade Guard Ancient. Don't run him as a Blade Guard Ancient. Oh man, I'm not mad. I don't understand why this is in the box when banners are going to be worse in 11th edition. And if you don't know why, one of the very earliest rulings for 11th edition that they showed us for a change to Battle Shock is that Battle Shock no longer resets your leadership to zero, or your objective control to 0. It turns it into a null number or represented by a dash. It doesn't exist. Right. So in the current rules, if you are Battle Shocked, or another ability goes off that reduces your OC to 0, the banner will then kick in and say you're at 0, but the banner will get you 1. That's enough for you to take an objective home. In 11th edition, what that means is that it can't give you a +1 because it is a null number. It doesn't exist.
I think they'll change the rule though.
And that's why I specified saying, as they have shown the rules so far. Yeah. Again, there is possibility for them to show us a rule, a change that they're planning that hasn't been revealed yet. But by all accounts, and I'm going to go ahead and say, being that they always put one of these banner models in these boxes, and they haven't been useful since 8th edition, I feel like I don't see any sign of them improving this guy in 11th, just by the history of not useful ancients. In 8th, it was great because with any weapon, you could get that shoot or fight on death. It wasn't so good for fight on death because it was just one attack, but for shooting on death with your Hell Blasters, with your Long Fangs, because you used to be able to put it with Long Fangs, with your Devastators, they were fantastic. And they haven't been to me worthwhile speaking since then. Anyways, I just really got sidetracked there. I got passionate about this subject. Let's move on to the next.
I love it.
By the way, the picture's great. That's a great. Is that freehand? Is that a decal?
So now you know. If you want to trigger Mythos,
Yeah.
brag about how good banners are.
Who knew the banner would drive Pintos to exterminatus mode? It's funny. It's not even this guy's fault. I see him, and I'm still mad about the blade carnage.
We'll be in the game store and across the room. Someone brought a banner. I can smell it. It's that putrid smell.
Who the hell brought a banner to the store? It's a sculpted banner. Okay. It's probably like the Dark Imperium one where like all the details are embossed and then you just put in a decal of your army in the center circle.
Yeah.
Chain sword, rifle. These must be more of the new intercessors. All right, let's see if we can play Spot the Difference.
Ooh, okay.
I guess this guy's got 2 purity seals. That makes him a little newer.
Wait, they have 2? No. They have two banners? No. Is that the same banner? Oh, never mind. Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean here?
No. I'm watching it on YouTube Live. So
this guy's got the standard skull instead of the Aquila skull.
Yeah.
So, have you seen? Oh yeah, I think you're one of the ones that sent it to me, where they were like 11th edition announced, and it was a regular ass intercessor.
Yeah.
We
finished.
Helmet change. Okay, so far, talking about that meme, you know, the one guy had the helmet change that we saw from the meme. This guy's got the skull on his chest, extra purity seal. Not a lot of changes. I don't know if there was a cybernetic eye. There's a cybernetic eye now. Very minor changes, I guess. The only thing, and I'm not trying to be salty. Was there a point in revamping the Dark Imperium Intercessor?
Yes.
Sprues? Because these look almost exactly the same.
Yes. There was a point to it. Think about it. Every box set has to include Space Marines because that is their poster child, right?
Well, yes.
So what happens when you run out of infantry to make? You got to start it again. That's the only way they're going to put. And now, if they had starter boxes with, you know, specific alien factions or chaos and an alien faction or something like that, it wouldn't speak to everybody that way because not everybody. There's so many people that play Space Marines. You got to include it in the box.
Is this flat one here what you mean by the old Mark II pauldron? Or old Mark pauldron? Is it this flat one you mean?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Zai says old Mark of pauldron on the guy in the second pick. I imagine it's probably this flat one.
They have some old Mark armor. I don't think this is for the people that are existing clientele. I think this box is more tailored to someone just starting the hobby. They don't have Primaris intercessors. They've never seen it before, and they want to get like good infantry really quickly.
You know, and like I always understood that rationalization before.
Yeah.
But that's why they always just had more intercessors. But like these are different but the same. Like that was my confusion. It's like
I don't think are they going to get rid of the first generation intercessors, or you could just sprinkle these into your army?
That's my ultimate question about this. Usually these starter boxes evolve into the release boxes, right?
Right.
And so that's where I'm wondering, like, is that going to replace the current box of intercessors? And I think that's why I'm really playing Where's Waldo with these changes. Is like I'm trying to find a purpose in them decommissioning the old box, and I don't even know that they are. Although I gotta say, I like the little vented slats here.
Yeah,
the little vents here are a nice touch. Actually,
they might get rid of the box of Primaris. They get rid of the word Primaris, and it'll just be the intercessors. I don't think you can't use a Primaris model in your intercessors.
All of the new intercessors have bits. See, that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to justify by looking for those things. That's why I'm saying let's play spot the difference. It's like I'm like, okay, well, this rifle here is a somewhat updated look, and this one is the first one they showed with the wrap
It's,
bolter and the old style helmet.
it's the Griblies. That's the only thing that's changed, really. The
I don't.
head,
Is this new?
yeah,
But see, this is a Mark 10 helmet, but
right.
is the bionic eye new? And this is an older pauldron. I'm trying to find the bits of the older Mark of Honor, like
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's sprinkled.
that. See, that's where I'm. That's what it is. I'm not just playing spot the difference. I'm asking GW the Backstreet Boys question. Tell me why.
Because it's not aimed for us. I don't think they're going to get a new data sheet. I'd be surprised if
Okay,
there'd be a variant than the Primaris variant.
okay.
I'd be really surprised because there is no difference.
This is a really insightful here, Zai. Thank you. He says, I don't think they'll replace the old box. Dark Imperium was never push fit, but Armageddon is all push fit. I didn't
Yeah,
realize the whole box set was going to be push fit.
yeah,
That is interesting.
yeah. Like I said, it's geared toward getting new people into the hobby. It's all
I,
going to be push
I,
fit. It's easy to put
and
together and play.
I think this is an older mark of combat knife. All right, we into the.
We are not their main focus when they make miniatures anymore.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about the Marine side, and normally I'm very excited about the Marine side of the box. I've been a Space Marine fan for 11 years now,
Yeah,
and I'm always like the first thing that excites me about a new edition is the Space Marine side. I have a lot of mixed feelings on this one.
yeah, I
The
like the orc side better.
captain here, I
Mm.
complained about him, but I love him. Fantastic. Like I wasn't sure again, knowing now that it may not be a new release box, but it might be a special push fit release.
Yeah,
Didn't show the eradicators. I don't have. I'm missing the land speeder and
yeah.
the eradicators. Unfortunately, these are screen grabs a friend grabbed for me, and I didn't watch the stream myself. I was at a game earlier. All push fit, yuck. Because Primaris were too smooth. I mean, but these Primaris look exactly the same. Okay, the captain here, not super smooth, and I guess I am also in that state of mind because I have no nostalgic attachment to the old stuff. I came in during 7th edition, and I like the more smooth aesthetic. And also, I'm not always a big fan of trying to paint all of the smooth Griblies. I didn't like the first look at the Vanguard veterans because I thought they were too smooth. I like a kind of a medium, right? Not that I'm complaining. This is a beautiful model, lots of extra Griblies. I wasn't sure why we needed another Blade Guard captain when Dominus literally was the previous edition.
Because
Uh,
yes.
well, Leviathan was the previous, but the one before that. But like, so I
In
was
6 years
confused.
now. When you say 2 editions,
Yeah,
remember we're
I
talking
don't. Time is not a
years. 6 years. Okay. Yeah.
insert. They're the same picture meme. Isn't that basically the battle leader pose? No wonder why I like this model so much. He's really up. He's really a battle leader. Oh, Darklight. Good evening. Sorry I couldn't join earlier, but work was insane today. I'm
Right?
sorry I missed your message earlier. Good evening, Darklight. I'm glad to see you, man. Got to hang out with Darklight. We watched some JJK earlier. Zai coming through and sending some of the pictures that I missed. Let me grab those because we want to make sure that we're representing all of the things we're supposed to represent. Actually, this will be faster if I do it on my phone.
I enjoy looking at new miniatures and thinking about how I'm going to paint them.
And okay, so yes, I am confused and about some of the design choices. Overall, I'm enthused about the new miniatures. I'm just surprised that I am possibly more excited about the orc stuff this go around than the Space Marine stuff because It just some of it feels weird is all. And I'm not saying bad weird. It just feels
It's weird.
he touched me and I felt weird with the pictures. Everybody's looked at some pictures on the internet that made them feel a little weird, right? Okay, so just on the models we've seen so far. Captain, love it. I was confused, but I love it. This one, also confused. It is, I like the throwback to, because like the texture on the staff, the head of the staff, the horns. It is, I like the nod to what came before. I just can't get over how much it looks like the Tigurius model.
Yeah.
This one, the Chaplain, we all know I love the Chaplain. Big fan of the Chaplain. Now that
Yeah.
I've seen more pictures of the Jump Pack, not intercessors, of the veterans, Vanguard veterans,
Yeah.
which, by the way, shout out to Inquisitor, does look like a 5-man unit. Looks like I'll be painting up a Herald of Death.
That's right.
So, love these so far. This one, I mean, it looks good, but it's pointless. The intercessors, they're okay. I'm not a big fan. I like the. I'll be honest with you. I think I probably prefer the older sculpts. I do like this rifle though. I like that. More of that. All right.
My prediction came true too. I mean, they're Space Marines.
What? What about
It's
Space
a low
Marines?
bar.
Oh. Why did you send? Unable to send. You will send these.
Oh.
My phone's not supposed to be talking back to me.
Better keep your girls in line and wear the feather in the hat.
Have you ever seen? What was that movie?
That's silly.
What do you mean unable to send? Why is this twice in a row?
Strike two. I'm working on non-metallic metal. Does take time.
This is so weird.
Mythos is having technical difficulties.
I am. What if I try sending it on this chat?
Am I going to figure that out?
Okay, I don't know what the problem was, but I broke it down to sets of 3, and it's working now. So
I won't tell you about my technical maladies.
All right. So these guys, they're Graves. They're heavy weapon specialists. They follow under the same name of Graves Eradicators, just like our Graves Melta boys. Here we are with these. Are these actually heavy bolters? Are they heavy bolt rifles or some kind of name like that?
Yeah, something. I don't know. But you can always take your, what is the name of the previous ones? The ones that flew? That had the bolters?
Oh, the Inceptors?
Inceptors. You can use Inceptors to ground them and make them look like that if you want to. If you don't want to buy those.
I wonder if these are, I'm imagining these are probably actual heavy bolters because, and this seems like, another thing that I guess is kind of confusing me, and maybe somebody can explain to me the difference. We have very similarly profiled a heavy intercessor squad with heavy bolt rifles and heavy bolters, right? Now, I know heavy bolters are different. These are going to be the 3-shot AP1 damage 2, whereas I think the heavy bolt rifles are 3-shot AP1 damage 1. So I know these will technically do a little more damage. But as eradicators, they'll probably come in 3, so you'll get 2 fewer bodies, but you'll be doubling up the shot. So it's probably going to be a similar amount of damage output. Again, I like them. They look cool. But because we do have the heavy intercessors, I'm still feeling Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heart. These get blast.
Because they
Okay.
can.
Oh, okay. Heavy bolters with blast. Now
Yeah.
that is a difference. Then I think that will give them a true anti-infantry role. That is exciting, actually.
They told you why. Oh.
Um, all right, so those do look pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the Lance. I was excited to see these land speeders. Land speeders were some of my very first vehicles, even though, like, now that I know a little more lore, I know land speeders aren't like super space wolfy, but like they were my original fire support for my space wolves, and so land speeders have always had like a special spot in my heart, and I'm excited to see them. I wasn't super enthused with these storm speeders as their spiritual successor because they were just so much more points wise, and they didn't seem as flexible. But these look really good, and I like these.
You think they could get rid of the speeder, the other one?
The storm speeders?
Yeah.
I think as long as they. So the thing about that was always super good about land speeders is that for between 50 to 60 points, I think currently in Legends they're 55, but before it was like between 50 and 60 points, you could keep them cheap and cheerful at 50 points apiece, maybe 60 depending on the edition, and I think up to like 75 for the Typhoon launchers if you wanted to get the real damage heavy version. But like you could easily just take these as like screening anti-infantry units if you just kept them heavy bolters, maybe an assault cannon, have them move around the map, hop up to, like places that were hard to charge. And they were great screening, scouting, chip away, like, chip off the weak party weekend squads unit. They were really good for that. And I feel like I don't know what all these weapons do, but if they can keep these cheap and cheerful like that, I feel like it could still have a similar role. And I don't know if they're going to get like, like if they're going to have different loadouts and stuff like that, like the previous one did. This one does seem like it has the classic multi-melta and assault cannon. I keep wanting to call it a minigun because I've been playing lots of Fallout lately. Multi-melta assault cannon, but also like the missiles were an option on the old ones, and they were like these big boxy, like I think they were called Typhus storm speeder missiles. And you've got all three options kind of on the same thing here. The only thing that's really missing is the heavy bolters. And it's a really great throwback to the original with a more sleek and modern design. I like it. Plus, I like the flight stand, the non-flight stand here. Not just the clear stick,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Seeing it from above, it definitely is a multi-melta. It does look like you could switch out the bottom gun for if you want the minigun or the flamer. I'm guessing that's like a Primaris flamer too, like on the, because it's got the double barrel, so kind of like the pyro. Another close up of the missiles. So that's really interesting. They're crack missiles. Looks like there's going to be hole-mounted bolters to the side of the Gatling. Really? Hole-mounted bolters to the side of the Gatling. That is cool.
But you can only take one if you take a banner.
I love speeders. You got to take a banner. F! Oh, and I think, okay, so one of the main things, this is kind of funny. One of the main things, not only did they have very specific rules and they were less flexible than the classic land speeders, not only were they bigger and harder to hide behind terrain, And there's a lot of reasons why people didn't like the speeder. But it's funny. I think one of the really big reasons why the Storm Speeders did not take off as a popular nod to what came before is people hated the GIB, the guy in back.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked like he was going to be deaf.
Yeah. Everybody called him Brother Tinnitus.
Yeah.
And man, as a guy with tinnitus, I take that personally. No, but yeah. So them going back to a two-person, like they didn't say it, but like how sometimes like video game companies, when they've made a misstep in the past, they'll make fun of their own missteps at like the next event or whatever. I feel like I could imagine one of them, like the guy from Bethesda being, hey, you'll notice there's no guy in back this time. No banner, no thanks. Banners on everything. It turns out, in order to take this land speeder, it has to come modeled with one of those banners that drapes off the back, like those banners that say, "Will you marry me?"
Oh, yeah. Well, there's something you can do with your banner.
That would go perfect. I mentioned one day that I was canceling a stream for a date night with my wife, and
as one should.
Peyton Minis Live, the former sponsor of the show, he was like, "You got to do a video of you doing a tabletop romantic spread of, like the whole romantic candlelit dinner with a Space Marine decorated romantic tabletop."
Romantic tabletop.
Gamesburger says Brother Tinnitus got medically retired. Medical discharge for you, sir. What? Medical discharge for you? Never mind.
Well, I'm gonna still paint mine up.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like the Storm Speeders. I wish they filled the same role that they used to. I do feel like they had a cool look to them, and some of them were like, obviously to me, some of them were cooler than others. Like the one with the triple barreled Melta on the front looked really cool. But like, they were less flexible, more expensive, and you kind of, because they were more expensive, you kind of had to wedge them into your list.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Angels Landspeeder Vengeance had a guy in back, and that was pretty dope. He operated the giant plasma turret. That's true, but I feel like it just wasn't pulled off the same way as Brother Tinnitus. As someone who only recently got interested in Dark Angels, I always liked the Dark Angels vehicles, though. They do cool. All right. Now, I know some of our friends have been waiting for the orcs. And so we going to look at the orcs.
I cannot do an orc voice.
And unfortunately, these aren't named for me, so I don't know which one of these is which. I assume this is... I had heard there's a new character called the Boss. Not the War Boss, just the Boss.
Yeah, that's the boss. It's like an intermediary between a war boss and a hob.
Okay, so I wonder if that's like a lieutenant, whereas your knobs are your veterans or nobles. I was like, I think it was just last year I learned that knobs was short for nobles. And that was way too long in this hobby to not know that.
Oh, right.
The boss looks really cool, though. Very characterful. Choppa. Love the helmet, the horns, the iron jaw. The gun is very pimp. I don't. Again, I never use banner poles on my characters because I can't imagine what it would be like fighting with a massive flag on my back, and so I can't. It breaks my immersion a little bit. However, like, it looks cool. I can appreciate it on other people's miniatures. On their back, Still not a banner model. That's different. You know, orcs used to have a banner character. They got rid of theirs.
Oh yeah.
Evolution. And what is this chap? Is this a knob? Just a different one of the knobs? This must be the big choppa. This is actually a really cool two-headed battle axe. I kind of want to take one of these battle axes and at least chop the axe head off and give it to one of my wolves, to be honest. Turn it into a power axe. Also, the way you can see the way it's wired, like actual live wires going to these bolts here, it's a very Fallout looking weapon. So this is a big boss. Do you want the link to the community page? Oh, sure.
Oh.
That axe is sweet. Yeah. I would love to give it to one of my wolf lords. But yeah, like I said, it definitely reminds me of like a Fallout weapon where somebody just jerry-rigged the shit out of it. It's a cool looking model though. The big boss. I assume this is probably another knob.
Look. Oh,
wait. I just got done saying that orcs got rid of their banner bearer characters. Apparently, they brought it back.
Yep.
Thank you, Zai. All right, let's do this instead. I apologize. I was underprepared for the show today. I literally came straight from my game against the Death Guard and straight to the show today. So I did zero preparation. Okay, we can actually see here what the box comes with is one, actually with a, numerical values and whatnot. One captain, one librarian, one jump pack chaplain, one ancient for some reason, 10 intercessors, 3 eradicators with heavy bolters, 3 Vanguard veterans, 1 land speeder. And then on the orcs' side, we got the war boss. Okay, so that is the war boss then. The war boss. The big boss. I love that big boss axe, though. I want to give it to one of my wolves for sure. The banner knob. I can't believe they're bringing the banner character back. I was just talking about how that was evolution. The pain boy.
What?
It's a cool looking mini. I don't know if I prefer the old one or this one.
What, Pain Boy?
Yeah.
I like the older one better.
The weird boy.
Yeah, he's a fantastic model.
20 boys. I love the new boys.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. You gotta watch it there, buddy.
10 Gretchen.
Man.
Oh, they brought back the war track. They brought back the war track. Oh man. I bought one from eBay of the classic ones, and then I gave it away. And it's cool that they're coming back out with them. So I'm gonna get the opportunity to pick one up anyways at some point in the future. Big Mech Daka Rig. What the? In the words of, I don't remember which character said this, but what the damn hell?
I don't know.
You ever quote something for so long that you forgot what you were quoting it from?
Yeah.
Okay, this Daka, it's got a walker. It's a walker?
Looks like a chicken. I don't know. I don't know if I like this one.
I like it, but I like the AdMech.
Yeah.
And this is like a very crude, orky version of the AdMech chicken walkers.
You know what it reminds me of? It's Sonic. Who's the doctor at the end
Dr.
with the
Robotnik.
yes, a little Doctor Robotnik right there. It's giving me those vibes.
The Mythos Sexy Beast Show. Mini Warmud, good to see you, my brother. Guys, as I was mentioning last week, please go check out Mini Warmut. And he's put out so much quality content lately, especially for solo RPG gaming. But you get to see my character and Gamers with Coffee characters and our friend Charles all have characters on his 5 Parsecs from Home series, and we're part of our team's name is the Hellhounds. And last week he put up our first battle as mercenaries in 5 Parsecs from Home. Go check that out and see if we are in fact the worst space mercenaries in the galaxy. It is a fun watch, though. Definitely check it out. And you can always find Brother Brian down in the Friends of Wolf Brother Hobbies in our link tree below. I like it because it's like the classic. It is definitely got Robotnik vibes for sure, but it also has like the same kind of feel. Like if they saw the chicken walkers that the ad mech has, and like a big mech was like, I could do that with more Daka. It's going to be bigger, beefier, stronger, and more Daka. Love 5 Parsecs. I am really. Your first fight was rough, yeah, for sure. I really enjoyed. I was watching. Obviously, I was watching the one where our characters were in it, which is the Hellhound fights, and then he also has another team from YouTube, and they're called the Star Wolves, and I was watching some of their games too, and I was really getting interested, and I was like, you know what, solo, like, one of the reasons why I have trouble, like, staying consistent with some materials, because like when I'm on the road, it's hard to hobby and whatnot. But like these little skirmish games that are like solo RPG, and they have their solo RPG mechanics are already written into the game. Basically, it's like on a roll of the dice, and you consult the charts, and it'll tell you how are these miniatures going to play. Is the enemy going to play defensively? Is the enemy going to take cover? Is the enemy going to be very aggressive and move up the field? Your tables and dice rolls will tell you all of that. So it's like, it's not like a solo game where it's like you're playing against yourself and you know what you're going to do. You know, this gives it such a random element. It's almost like NPCs in a video game, right? And the video game is deciding what the characters are going to do, and then you just decide what your people are going to do. So it's kind of really interesting. I'm like, I enjoyed watching the Star Wolf and Hellhound series of his 5 Parsecs videos so much. I'm like, I kind of want to, start putting together a little team and, see if I could come up with a mercenary team that'll.
Sounds great.
Well, my mercenary team survive deep space. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Kiss, hug, hug.
Parsecs is from Snarling Badger Studio, right?
My book is not within reach. It's on the other side of my desk, so I could say. And of course, Operation Imperator,
which is just the lore and stuff like that.
That's cool if they separated that out. It's like, hey, this is optional if you want.
No, it's not over. This is the part I'm going to get salty about. The core rule book is the tiny paperback one.
Oh, okay.
It's the tiny one.
Honestly, that usually is like even when they're together. The rules are such a small part of
it is, but I like them together in one book.
Oh, okay.
It's like a tome.
Your feelings are valid, brother.
They do have a lot of cards that come with them with just all the stats for the things inside the box. Yep. So you can quickly just add that with your codex if you want to. And then there's a chapter approve, which chapter approve now you can actually play for narrative games as well as for competitive games. So that's new, and I heard them talking about that. And I was like, well, that's going to be interesting. What's in those cards? Like, I want to get my hands on that. And then the Dominatus, the big one card there is just it's just all the missions and stuff like that you can do. But it's just really interesting that you're going to use them for both narrative play as well, because that's a big thing. I only play narrative play now.
Interesting. I wonder if I'm going to do the same thing. So the thing I've done the last couple of editions is I got for a couple of editions now, I've gotten one set of mission cards at the very beginning of the edition.
Yeah.
And just never updated. You know, like they'll come out with like 3 or 4 sets of mission cards throughout an edition.
Yeah.
But like, I guess I don't play frequently enough to keep evolving.
To justify it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just play that one set. Like I still have all of the Leviathan chapter cards. And before that, I still have the Indominus chapter cards. And like, you know, I mean, like I don't meet with my my other regular friends. Like going to the store and playing a pickup game is different because usually like there's materials there, you know, for a pickup game.
Yeah.
So, like playing with my friends at home and whatnot, I don't usually go through all of the missions enough that I feel like I need to move on to the next box, you know. And so what's probably going to happen is I'll pick up the Dominatus mission cards.
Yeah.
And I'll probably keep them until 12th edition. But do you guys play so frequently that you guys will need multiple sets of mission cards? Let me know. Tiny print. Oof. The rule book in an A5 style. I do, you know, as I get older and my eyesight gets worse, you know, now that I'm a rough 30 years old, you know, I appreciate.
Thank you, Gamesburger.
Yes, thank you.
Mini Warmonth agrees with me. Yes, tiny print. Oof.
Yeah. That's why I've come to appreciate games like Zombicide, where it's like nice big font, you know, and pictures. Not because I struggle to read, it's just as hard to make out the small print rules, you know.
Do they still make Zombicide? I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they still make it.
Oh yeah, they come out with new expansions for that all the time.
Okay.
They've become the Fortnite of tabletop games. You know, they've got like all kinds of media collabs now. There's like Marvel Zombicide. There's like they definitely they're very with it.
I know they printed out a lot of stuff. I was just wondering if they're going into a new direction and which direction can they go, because they have so many different expansions. Like it, after a while, it's like, okay, we did the future thing. We did the was it Black something or other? It was their medieval one. I know they did the Marvel expansion. Yes. They did a lot of expansions. They went through so many things. I wonder if they've done it all. Sometimes you could do that. Like you've gone through every single trope.
They could always just keep going down the Fortnite route, and if they run out of ideas, they could just start doing celebrities. You know, you can have Zombicide Ariana. Actually, they probably could do Zombicide Ariana Grande and stuff.
They really could. Yeah, I could see that.
Zombicide tanks in the background. Asmodee now.
Oh, Asmodee.
I gotta say, I've been playing a lot of the Fallout video games lately.
Yeah,
I forgot about this in our pork chop earlier. I forgot about media. Been playing a lot of Fallout lately, and I'm enjoying that. And then my wife and I just started watching the TV show.
Oh, nice.
And now I kind of want to paint up some Fallout minis, which, by the way, you can check out Mini Warmonth Zombicide minis and Gamers with Coffee Zombicide minis. You go check out their channel. We do some not Zombicide, Fallout releases. Go check them out. But I'm kind of getting the itch because I'm really, really digging Zombicide. I mean, I love Zombicide. I'm really digging Fallout right now. It's just, oh my gosh. There's this character in the TV show that has this really unique revolver called the Gyrojet revolver. And every time you shoot these Gyrojet rounds, this makes a very satisfying, like, grenade tube, like, thump, thump, thump sound. Yeah, it's very cool. And It's such a great gun, and I bought the DLC with it, and it's so fun to play with. And we do when you can get a rifle stock, which is okay, but like if you leave the pistol stock on it, you do the fan the
And
hammer,
yeah.
shots with it,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then when you reload it, you flip it open, you
I
drop the
agree with you,
bullets,
Norman.
you quick load the next set, and you spin it closed like you're an old westerner. Like they
Nice.
include a custom animation for that, and it's really satisfying.
Very cool.
I didn't even know I wanted to be a cowboy bounty hunter, but apparently I am.
There you go.
And I got this custom unique cowboy duster that's like black and red. It looks so good.
I'll be more like Cowboy Bebop.
The series is awesome and true to the game. It is, yeah, it really is, and definitely helps expand some of that lore too.
Mhm.
Walton Coggins is perfect as the ghoul. Is he the bounty hunter ghoul? I was like, I'm not familiar with the name, but I was like, I've seen him in something, and he does play that part very perfectly. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. They did have the Death Trooper book. Wait. Okay. Zombicide Pirates, dude. Okay. I mean, they have Zombicide Apocalypse, zombies in space, zombies in westerns. Watch, Zombicide Star Wars will happen. Okay. Surprised it hasn't happened yet. They did have the Death Troopers book. That would be
working with Disney. That would be amazing if Zombicide could work with Disney.
Speaking of not quite Star Wars, in 5 parsecs, you can get a what's it called, Brian? It's basically the weapon is not a lightsaber, you know. It's like energy sword or something like that, but it's definitely a lightsaber.
Anybody playing Trench Crusade?
Oh yeah, that one has gotten really popular, and some people call it, the even more grimdark Warhammer.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like I can play as, what is it, the Conehead from Silent Hill games. He would fit right in, I think.
Pyramid Head, yeah.
Yeah, Pyramid Head, that's it. Yeah. That and one of the Cenobites from I forgot the movie.
You guys
Hellraiser.
Yeah. You guys said the Z word, and boing! I am a Zombicide freak. Man, I enjoyed our time doing Zombicide plays or live stream plays. We should do that again sometime, my man. I know it's a lot of work on your end, so if you don't want to do it again, that is totally understandable. But man, that was a lot of fun. A couple of times now, Mini Warmit has hosted a Zombicide game on the Gamers with Coffee channel, and we played it.
I remember those.
Yeah. So.
I remember those.
Well, guys, that is our show for tonight.
Yeah.
We did we looked at a bunch of cool new stuff revealed today on the Warhammer stream. I saw, by the way, that there's now a Warhammer 40,000 YouTube channel that is separate from the Games Workshop channel. So if you were interested in following, you may want to check that out. And they said that they're going to specifically start separating games.
Oh, okay.
Glare sword. There we go.
Mm.
And I enjoy watching you all suffer. If you're just like me, currently just subscribed to Games Workshop's channel, you might miss some of the 40K announcements that'll be announced on just the Warhammer 40,000 channel. So I need to go and subscribe to the new channel myself. But yeah, let us know what you liked from the new releases, what you're looking forward to in the Armageddon box. Let me know if you've played against the new Defiler, and if you guys think it is also very strong, if you think maybe it's a little overcosted, undercosted, if you think that it is, just what are your guys' feelings about playing as the Defiler or against the Defiler? I'm really curious to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. And again, I had a fantastic time playing both of my opponents. Fantastic opponents. I'm definitely not complaining about the games. The game was very fun. It was
if you had a banner, you would have won.
Oh my goodness. If you guys liked tonight's episode, make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to this guy over here, if you're not subscribed to me or any of our friends down in the link tree below, we would love to have you as part of the pack. So subscribe. Until next time, guys.
Stay frosty. This one's for you, Armand. Shout out.